All right, everybody, if you've been watching some videos, you know that myself, Knife Delights, and Splitting Slices of Miss Sarah went on a little adventure yesterday, and this video is going to be talking about that. Miss Sarah's behind the camera here, but Knife Delights was going to be in a town close to mine, so he always shoots me a message when he's going to be around, and this time he added some people, try to do a little meetup and shopping. But unfortunately, it was just me, him, Sarah, and Splitting Slices were able to meet up yesterday, but we still had a great time. Met up with Knife Delights yesterday morning, probably about 10:15 Central Time, and we headed east over to Covington, Indiana, and we got there a little early to meet Byron. We were meeting at a steakhouse, but I knew a little antique store down the road from there. So we decided to go down there, and it's a little antique store, and the lady kind of lives in a house beside it. So she's always in the house, but she comes over there whenever her little alarm or something goes off. But she didn't have any knives because someone had stole all her pocket knives out of there. So that was very unfortunate. But Miss Sarah, I said, hey, there's a Zippo over here, and got some advertising on it, Harrison Steel. So if anyone knows anything about that, but I'm not sure how old it is. What, you don't got a date on this, Sarah?
97.
She says it's a 97. Great Zippo. I don't think it's ever, it just needs a flint. But Knife Delights actually grabbed it out of her hand and paid for it because he's very generous. So she thanked him for that. But then from there, we went back up the road to eat some lunch with Byron had showed up. So we went to that awesome steakhouse called the Beef House. If you're ever around Covington, Indiana, look it up. And if you want a great steak, that's a good place to go. But from there, we just headed back west to where, where I'm from, and we stopped in Danville, Illinois, and we knew of a couple of antique stores and pawn shops in Danville. And the first one we went to, they had some knives, but man, there were some China specials. I'm talking some crazy China blades. And the guy asked, "Hey, what are you looking for?" And I said, "I'm looking for older USA pocket knives." And he goes, "Well, the owner's here, let me go talk to him." So he goes and talks to the owner, and he comes out with like 6 knives that he had got from this office. He's like, "My owner said he would sell these for $10 a piece." And there was some Frost and some China old timer, like a China old timer peanut, and some other knives in there. But also in that mix was this right here. I don't know why this was in that mix. I knew exactly what it was when I seen it, but I had to play a little coy. But look at what we got here, guys. 65 through 69 case whaler. It's 1199 SHR. But man, this thing is just a phenomenal blade. Got that big sheep's foot blade. Great walk and talk. She's right down Broadway, Big E. Got the bail on her. Just a great knife. I see some of these. They say whaler on them. You don't know if this is it says SH-R. I don't know if the R stands for rope or, well, I'm assuming the SH stands for sheep's foot because it has that huge sheep's foot blade, but I could be wrong. I don't know everything, but just look at that. And so $10. He had that, and I said, they were having a sale. He kept saying 20% off to everybody. I said, "Well, is this 20% off the $10? I tried to get it for $8, and he goes, "I don't think so." He goes, "The owner was pretty adamant that he wanted $10 out of each of these." He goes, "But I won't charge you sales tax." So I laid down a $10 bill and threw this in my pocket. And we walked out of the store, and we all just kind of laughed. And then Sarah, well, she's throwing this at me. She found this Zippo here, this nice scroll work Zippo, and it has the flat, the part right here where you could engrave it with your initials or whatever. But how much did you pay for this?
14.
So she paid more for this than I paid for this. That's amazing, ain't it? So, I got a good deal, but then the next place, we just had the GPS on our phones, and we just decided to walk around because they're having like some type of street festival, and it was crazy to try to find parking. But we walked to this pawn shop, and in there they had quite a few knives, quite a few USA knives, and Knife Delights had spotted a Western bird and trout, a Black Beauty bird and trout, and then a Camelus, brand new in box, U.S. Military knife, the all steel ones. But it was a 2004, I believe. And I think they wanted 60 for that and 40 for the, I forget what the mix was, but it was equaled out to $100. And Knife Delights, you know, I said, you know, make some deals. And, you know, he asked the guy working if they did any wheeling and dealing. And the guy goes, well, shoot me an offer and I'll respond to whatever you say. And, you know, they were just kind of waiting on each other. But the guy said, I really can't tell you what I can take. You've got to shoot me an offer first. And Knife Delight said, I'll make it easy. I'll throw 5 off each and give you $90 for the 2. So he walked out there with that Western bird and trout that goes along with his other Black Beauty hatchet knife set. So now he's got all 3 Black Beauty pieces. Well, not all 3 of them, but 3 very nice Black Beauty pieces. And then that U.S. military camelus. It almost looks like a camper knife. It's got, you know, like the bottle opener, the top lifter, and the flathead, and then the blade. And I think it had a punch as well, but he's got a video out on that. And from there we walked around, and I don't think there was very many more places that were open in that town, so we decided to head back to a place where me and Knife Delights had went before in St. Joe, Illinois. And I think that's where we went. Is that where we went? Yeah, we went to a place in St. Joe, and we really didn't find anything there, but there was 2 places in that little town. And so we went to the second place in St. Joe, and I had actually found a Zippo in there as well. It's got the guitar pickup with the fretboard there, and there's nothing on the back of it, but it was ready to fire. I just put some fluid in it and she fires right up. I gave $8 for that. And then he had some knives out there on the tabletop, and one of them was pretty crusty. Matter of fact, it's still kind of crusty, but it's a Victorinox. And I'm not sure what model it is, but it's all there. It's got the toothpick and the tweezers. It's got it's got a bottle, well, cork remover, whatever that's called. The bail thing to carry stuff, and then I think a sewing awl. And then in the middle, it does have a pair of scissors in the middle main part. So I don't know what this is or what it's called. I should have looked that up maybe before I decided to come out here and shoot a video on it, but she was pretty. If you look down at the pivot of the scissors, it's got like someone spilt pop in it and then never cleaned it out and just kind of let it sit. So I've got her soak it in some mineral oil, and I never thought to not do that until I made the video, but I had to go in and grab it and kind of dry it off real quick. But it's really bad on the I think the top lifter. You know, if you look, I've cleaned some of it off, but it's got some schmutz on it for sure. I just don't know what model this is. So if someone wants to chime in the comments and let me know without me looking it up, that'd be great, because it doesn't really state it on the tang of any of the blades. So, and then from there, you know, we got that. I got those 2 pieces for $16. So I spent $26 in total. I got the Zippo, the whaler / rope knife, not sure really. It's the 1199 SHR, and then this Victorinox that I'll get running pretty smooth very fast. And then Sarah, of course, she got her a couple of Zippos as well. And from there we went to Captain Jack's, and I don't think anyone bought anything Captain Jack's, did they? I think we all walked out there empty-handed. Prices are a little higher in there, and the stuff that is cheap you got to really clean up, and I've got enough I really need to clean up. And then we went out to the parking lot, and Byron shot that video. I think I'm in the thumbnail for that video actually. And then you know, he presented Tom with you know, that we all, well, not all of us, but a bunch of people pitched in money to have Tom a custom 124 made, wasn't it, Sarah? So Byron presented him with the sheet that has everyone's names listed, and I think so. Byron's got the knife ordered. He's making a nice plaque, and I think a box for it to go in even. So that's going to be really nice when Knife Delights gets that. And man, Knife Delights was very appreciative. He got choked up there in the parking lot, and you know, he does a lot for all the channels, so it was great for all of us to kind of pay back to him, because he deserves it more than anybody. But that's about all I got. I think we're about 10 minutes in, but you know, we're out here at the chicken coop, just kind of chilling. It's nice out. So I figured I'd show you what all I got since the other two made their videos already. So guys, while you're out there, stay sharp.